Welcome back to Halftime Report on CNBC TV 18. Now, Tata Motors announced a slew of new products in the commercial vehicle segment, which include new tippers, trucks, and a first for the Indian market, CNG trucks that are enabled with driver monitoring systems, collision mitigation, amongst other features. The CV maker is looking to expand its portfolio vastly, and to discuss the new product and their unique selling points, our colleague Sandhya had a chat with the Executive Director at Tata Motors, Girish Wagh. Listen in to what he had to say.
We are launching a range of trucks which is around 4 themes, and these are the 4 themes which are quite prominent in the country, and I'll explain one by one. But these 4 themes are safety, second is alternate fuel, third is infrastructure growth, and fourth is overall fuel efficiency improvement.
Sir, talking about the existing products also, so Tata Motors recorded a 12% year-on-year sales in the month of August when we talk about the commercial vehicle space. So this was, while in the green, it was still lower as compared to, your competitors. So if you can help me understand that why exactly the pickup was comparatively slow, or, which segments are the ones where you need to focus more in order to make up for the, remaining space?
Yeah, so I think, at Tata Motors, we have been focusing on 2 things. One is a retail-driven approach, right? That means how do we improve our retail share? And I think the government has put the Vahan database of registration of vehicles, and that becomes a key monitorable for us. So that's something that we have been pushing. And the second agenda, if I may say, is also, growing profitably. It is true that, we have engaged McKinsey, not for the first time. I think, we have been engaging a few consultants to improve on various aspects of business.
So talking about that, Mr. Wagh, when it comes to whether it's the go-to-market strategy or the margins or the profits, Tata Motors is also looking to tackle those aspects. So will this also mean that we'll see lower discounts or maybe no discounts during the festive season? Is that a possibility?
I think discounting is there in the market, as I've been saying, and it is a function of demand versus supply, as also desirability of the products and what kind of service do we give. I think we at Tata Motors are focusing on improving the desirability of the products, and the step today that we have taken is absolutely in that direction. In addition to that, we continue to strengthen our service, which will therefore help the customers get more value from the products that they buy from us, right? And that should then finally translate into lowering the discount or having the premium.
Of course, the target is to grow profitably, but we're also talking about technology, and we are living in a world which is talking about electric vehicles. If we talk about India, last year, more than 3 lakh electric vehicles were sold in India. And we also already have electric buses. But when we talk about the trucks, especially the jumbo ones which we see on our highways, is because a lot has to be done in that area. So, is Tata Motors planning to launch a product on these lines?
So, as far as electrification is concerned, I think we are looking at all the usages, all the applications, and which one makes sense for electrification, right? So the work that we are doing on electrification is actually across the range and focused more towards those applications which will gain TCO parity faster.
Absolutely, and it will also require some support. If I talk about central government schemes like faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles, large trucks were not included in that. Do you think that at present we lack the required government support and schemes in order to motivate the manufacturers, to come up with a line of electric trucks?
I think, as you rightly said, FAME, for example, has been a very good step, and that has led to a good penetration of EVs in buses, and followed by small commercial vehicles. And one has also seen a good push happening in both 3-wheelers and 2-wheelers, right? Now, apart from FAME, the government has also come up with a few more schemes. With the PLI is the notable amongst that, and that is not focused on any particular segment. So that's going to be across the segments. And I think that is something we believe is going to help this electrification transition within the country.
I have my last question for you, Mr. Wagh. So when you actually launched Tata Ace, at that time that was the vehicle which single-handedly defeated the recession which was there in the space of commercial vehicle at that time. Considering the current geopolitical scenario and the way they are impacting Indian market as well, more or less, any plans to launch something on those lines which will boost the sales in that space? And do you think the answer to that question is this series of trucks which we can see?
Absolutely. I think, what is certainly required is product innovation, right, ACE that you referred to. And I think as a company, we keep on tracking the customer and market trends. And basis that, we keep on coming up with product ideas which should lead to a different level of performance in that particular segment, right? But in addition to this, we are also coming up with few other innovations. Sampurna Seva is our bouquet of services, which also includes, industry first uptime assurance, or also a fuel efficiency management program. So this will also help us add value to the customer and increase our volumes.